Hey guys, how's it going? Comparing here. So today I want to talk about how my character has progressed in Path of Exile, because in the last day I've come from having a pretty meh character to a pretty strong one. I managed to pull 300 million experience last night solo, self-found in a turbo race, doing docks. And I don't think this has really been done before, and I think I've done a few things well with the character that I want to talk about, and I've improved a few things, I've learned a few things, and I'm sure it's pretty amusing to watch because, holy shit, playing on Turbo and docks against LMP dogs, as you can see in the background, is really insane. And you've seen people die to that shit, but it's pretty scary, but haven't died yet, and it's going quite well. Overall, I've learned that the character with traps is fully possible, at least up to the point where you start doing maps. I haven't done that yet, but typically doing maps, at least in the early part, is largely the same as doing docks and doing a few other things when it comes to comparing difficulty. So I don't expect I'll have too many problems doing maps on this character, but we'll see. First of all, I want to talk about the single target. The single target is pretty weak. Most of the time I just kill stuff with Bear Trap. Sometimes it goes really well because I'm now using Prolif on my Lightning Trap, and as a result it's shocking everything, and when there's one target left, when the rare is left, while yes, it may be super resistant to all the magic attacks, the Bear Trap will be affected by the triple proliferated shock stacks, and because it's a physical hit primarily, it'll do incredible damage and crush all their armor that they may have left. Overall, the character works like this. You can cast as much as you want because you're blood magic, and you can pretty much tank as much as you want. If you're taking too much damage, you just run a little bit away. Keep your endurance charges up, you spam your pots, and man, you can go crazy pulling as many monsters as you want because all the monsters are going to be affected by the shock stacks of the lightning trap, and then you throw a fire trap. Both of them linked with multi-trap, they do considerable damage. For the most part, the fire trap does most of the raw damage, but the lightning trap manages to, do a lot of the damage to the targets that are fire resistant, and it, augments it very well. It augments the fire trap very well. I've learned that lightning trap is overall a pretty decent ability. I haven't tried scaling it with crit, but I wouldn't bother. I'm pretty sure the best way to do it is the way that I'm doing it, where you use 2 spell damage items, one in your main hand and one in your offhand. I was using 2 wands, and I went into a wand and shield, and by scaling it through Iron Will, getting a lot of strength, even more spell power. Maybe there's some Righteous Fire potential, some shit like that, but this is a weak race, so I'm not going to go too crazy. And most importantly, you want to have your lightning trap linked with multi-trap, linked with Iron Will, of course, and the big one, Elemental Proliferation. This will allow you to essentially kill most of the monsters on the screen with Lightning Trap if you choose, because I believe the primary target is hit by all 8 projectiles, or all 9 projectiles, however many, I don't remember, and as a result, if you have static blows, which you should, which I do, it's going to shock stack them several times, and it's going to proliferate that to the targets surrounding the target that triggered the trap. And those targets are already shocked because of the proliferate effect, and when they get re-shocked, it lasts a lot longer. And essentially what you have is you have the potential to shock the entire screen for a very long period of time, and it includes the rares and stuff like that. And then when you dump a fire trap on them, they all disappear. And the fire trap, the primary link is actually fire penetration. You have fire trap, you have the Iron Will aspect because you want to scale the damage more, and you have the multi-trap because you want a lot of them. And the last one, I believe, is most importantly fire pen. Especially when you're doing something like docks where the monsters have fire resistance, the difference is very noticeable, attacking them with and without fire penetration. And, I probably would try a few other gems, but I don't think any are quite as good as this one. Combination of 2 traps combined with the fact that in your free time when you're running around, you keep up your endurance charges, you keep the mobs bundled, you keep them together, just blow them the fuck up, and man, is it pretty fun. It's a lot like Discharge, though with Discharge you have to worry about Reflect if you're a life base. With this character you don't, and seems to go pretty well. I'll tell you guys what I learned when I start doing maps. My goal is to try to get a good two-hander to switch to heavy strike, because with high strength and a few of the duelist early passives which I have, I can actually believe I'll have pretty decent heavy strike DPS. And while Bear Trap is quite good, sometimes the boss, needs a few more hits than just 3 Bear Traps, and sometimes it's quite elusive, and 3 Bear Traps is a few too many to try to land. So overall, I'm starting to really enjoy the game again now that I actually have a really good character. It's part of the experience. In Path of Exile, when everything comes together, that's when you really start getting into the game, and man, is it awesome. And now I'm at that spot, I'm loving it, and I'll tell you guys how the next few steps go. So I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.